Om Swastiastu. Before I start my video, let me to introduce myself first. My name is Agus Teguh Putra. I'm from S1 Tourism B course of IPB International University, and today I would like to make a video about my summary of the podcast topic that given to me at LMS before. To this bonus hidden gem episode of the travel diary, where some of my favorite guests from season 1 and 2 reveal that most loved secret spot from far-flung tropical island and remote mountainous kingdoms to remarkable architectural wonders that you might not yet have visited. I know from my own experience, any podcast not related to coronavirus is so welcome right now. So I bring you one more. I had this help to transport you to somewhere far away and will inspire you future travel plans when we call and travel again. Now let's get started with a cyclist Scandinavian country close to many of us that I for one have never visited yet. Three of my guests all hit it as that are hidden gum Smith Miss Chi founded James Luan and Sepp Erkel Kaye full reveal why Sweden is capital Stockholm and its wild and wonderful archipelago. So be talks as I travel on acapella to go to the bed, and it's not about to go. Come off the beach, come up with a single grip. Greatest about 30 seconds because of the cold is a like acting like it is not like the Goonies it's crazy, and then you from that you out on a boat by the one you self-aware of the peoples about. I need to schedule the island and this island from an island the size of a rock with its owner will own it by whom you don't know, and it is stack of firewood outside, and you just prepare yourself. I will relieve check rob rifle with hotels and restaurant and things on them. I mean it just the best it's thousand of island and its people are amazing. The food is being my stylish hotel that you can possibly walk across. The trash out of the essential a queen knew a name for this type of place or Jeff called private house hotel. So you imagine you had a fabulous glamorous very wealthy on and she lives in amazing house and she had a few staff and she had a impeccable taste that is hide in energy hide and see it's not cheap but the rooms are impeccable, they are beautiful, and I think I remember walking that guy now. Wow, I never see a concept like this before. He was taking a luxury hotel, releasing his health and reimagining it. In this soda private home service, time stop. I will tell you one of my favorite bakeries in Stockholm is very Swedish and they have this thing called fika. Was a night to want to go to a coffee. It's like you want to go fika shopping. It's like having coffee with a button, well coffee with a cake, and I'm like taking both. Yes, I think we should just always say fika, and they do a cinnamon or call him an buns, where there's so much sugar in the harmonies that bottom and create is. kind of crispy caramel, cross the salty caramel, cross the placenta, and so sugar, and so spices. Must thus a pool of deliciousness, and not many good bakeries will have that same kind of caramel and honors. It's very rare, so that's why I really like this place. They make some lovely hardies on Hardy Ryan, sourdough, it's cool little brew spaghetti, and which means Little Brothers Bakery, so that is like my top spot about an awesome bread of either if you are lucky and go around February time. Then they have several and Seminole, all the that kind of like a british buns bike with a cold man filled with almond paste and all thick with a child to all. I could do that too often if I want to still fit into my trial and said it sounds like the absolute. And yes, rank of the recommendation that I trip combining a stay in Stockholm with a visit to the archipelago. Sounds like just kind of a one with a nature skate that many of us have been dreaming of right now. I will say, excited about the, the new direct flight from London to Lula in Swedish Lapland, which is due to launch in December this year. They came the new Arctic Bed Spa Hotel and architectural masterpiece by the way, no far more accessible, as well as the famous Tree Hotel and many other great supposed to be chasing the cold at reveal some of its lesson, and you say you spell ink and interest you to really. You really interest you talk to Charles Bradley, talk the Guild's brand with a Spanish fellow, and he said he was born in Germany, but he didn't describe a bail bond. Don't dangling upside down, dangling tram, and that's wonderful. Yes, and so that's a definite shape and color. Am I colon? I love like again color people you have talked to former Soviet. Place in the place you can find the close you ever going to get to is what is was like in the Soviet Union. I'm inside to respond which is the capital of Transnistria, which is the brickway unrecognized segment of Moldova that died off the map that like is if nothing really being available very easily. It's so exciting, compelling particular people who were lucky enough want me to be able to get the old Soviet Union were like oh yes it is. Actually, go to them. I have done 7 of the 9 so far. I'm keep puppies go back to the remaining 2 day. All just of joyful and it's one is different that are in Vietnam. It's usually she just reminding me I had to think probably think single days hit ever on the island of Santa Maria Water, where concert used to refill, and I think I went 3 times. Okay, that's all about my summary video. Pardon me if I say a wrong word. I close the video with the Paramasanti. Om Santi Santi Santi.